UAV strike on Russian military airports, significant damage reported.
Prime Minister calls for accelerated management of assets after reorganization to prevent loss and waste.
Intelligent investing amidst market volatility.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first headline of the show. In a significant escalation of the ongoing conflict, Ukraine has launched a coordinated drone attack on military airports across 5 regions of Russia, marking the first such incident since the outbreak of conflict in 2022. The operation, named Spiderweb, was executed under the direction of Ukraine's security service.
Approximately 117 unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, were deployed from concealed containers, targeting Russian military assets. Ukrainian officials claim that the assault has resulted in substantial damage, reportedly affecting around 40 Russian aircraft, including strategic bombers such as the Tu-95 and Tu-22M. In response, Russian authorities have accused Ukraine of committing acts of terrorism and have detained several suspects linked to the attacks. This military offensive comes just a day after the destruction of 2 bridges in Russia, which resulted in 7 fatalities and over 70 injuries, an incident also attributed to Ukrainian forces. As negotiations are set to resume in Turkey today, these developments raise concerns about their potential impact on peace efforts aimed at resolving the conflict in Ukraine.
The 5-0 of Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Milan in the Champions League final brought the club its first European title in history, but it also triggered a wave of serious riots in France.
More than 110,000 people took to the streets to celebrate in Paris. But the festive atmosphere quickly turned chaotic. The French Ministry of the Interior reported that at least 2 people died, including a 17-year-old who was stabbed and another who died in a traffic accident. Nearly 600 people were arrested. Over 200 vehicles were burned, and many shops were looted. Police were forced to use tear gas and water cannons to suppress the crowd. Clashes between fans and police resulted in more than 201 injuries. French President Macron condemned the violence and promised to prosecute those responsible severely.
The Vietnamese Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has issued a directive which strongly expedites the handling of public assets following the reorganizations of administrative units. This is an important step to ensure effective resource use and to prevent the loss and waste.
On June 1st, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh signed Dispatch No. 80, urging ministries, sectors, and localities to enhance the implementation of plans for managing assets after the reorganization. The dispatch emphasizes the need to review and rearrange facilities and infrastructure to align with the 2-tier government model, avoiding waste and loss. According to a report from the Ministry of Finance, some ministries have made positive changes. However, many areas are lagging due to a lack of decisive leadership. The Prime Minister requires heads of agencies and localities to promptly and seriously implement the directives from the central government and ensure that asset management is transparent, effective, and meets practical requirements.
Upcoming are some updated news.
The Ministry of National Defense has directed an adjustment to the schedule for the periodic maintenance of the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum and the Memorial for Fallen Heroes on Bac Sun Street in 2025. According to a notice from the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum Command, visits to President Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum will be temporarily suspended to carry out maintenance plans starting from June 2nd and ending on July 31st. From August 2nd, the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum Command will resume regular visits to honor President Ho Chi Minh and commemorate the fallen heroes as per the usual schedule. Previously, on April 3rd, the Office of the President held a press conference to announce the President's decree regarding the management and protection of the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum area.
3, 2, 1. From June 1st, Vietnam Airlines officially launched a direct flight between Busan, South Korea, and Nha Trang, Vietnam, enhancing direct connectivity and tapping into the significant potential between Southern Korea and Vietnam's famous beach destination. The Busan, Nha Trang route operates daily with an Airbus A321, providing a convenient option for Korean travelers wishing to explore Nha Trang, while also offering Vietnamese tourists easy access to Busan, the second largest cultural and tourism hub in South Korea, known for attractions such as Jagalchi Fish Market, Baeomosa Temple, and Hyundai Beach.
The Nghi Provincial People's Committee has issued a decision approving the subdivision planning project at a scale of 1/2.000 for the urban center of Du Luong in Du Luong Town, Du Luong District. In this plan, residential land occupies the largest area, with clearly designated public facility spaces. Cultural, healthcare, and educational facilities are also emphasized to ensure convenient access to services for urban residents. This is a concrete step in implementing the general urban planning for Du Luong, aiming to develop a modern city with synchronized infrastructure, driving the socio-economic development of the region.
In the context the global economy is experiencing so much volatility, our domestic economy is really feeling the impact of the major countries' policies. So making smart and effective investments has become a top concern for both individuals and businesses. But what exactly does the smart investment decision look like these days? In the following report, we'll hear the insights from experts and get a sense of what's happening in the market.
In 2025, we're seeing a lot of changes in the economy and finance. In this context, the phrase, smart investment, is becoming a guiding principle for individual investors. Instead of chasing temporary trends, investors are increasingly prioritizing channels that offer high safety, transparency, and long-term strategies.
Right now, the main investment trends are real estate and stocks. But investors need to have the right knowledge to make profits. Gold is also a popular investment, but it doesn't have long-term potential.
Clearly, investors have changed the way they perceive and make decisions. However, in the current context of rising inflation, while real estate is expected to improve, the recovery will likely be uneven, and there may be risks due to existing issues that need time to resolve. The fluctuating gold prices indicate uncertainty, and the stock market shows signs of slight recovery but still carries risks. According to experts, individual investors need to stay alert and proactive when considering their options.
Since the economy has been unstable, it's wise to hold on to cash to be ready for the next growth phase. This is similar to Warren Buffett's strategy of buying at the bottom. But it requires investors to have a solid understanding of finance before making any decisions.
Slow and steady wins the race. Smart investing now is no longer just about chasing immediate profits, it's about being mindful, understanding yourself, and managing risks effectively. Whether you're investing on a large or small scale, every investment decision requires knowledge and discipline. In a challenging economic period, sustainability should always be the top priority.
The last story just ended our show today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.